Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarila, and I'm doing this financial accounting majors this semester. And this week I have gone through week one and week two. And also, what I have learned is I have learned how to make balance sheets, income statement, and statement of retained earnings. So I have taken this example from the quiz which was there in which is there in week number two. So here it says on December 1st, Jasim Ernest organized Ernest Consulting. On December 3rd, the owner contributed $84,310 in assets in exchange for its common stock to launch the business. On 31st December, the company's records show the following items and amounts. So all these details is given in the question. So the list of components which they have already mentioned is cash, accounts receivable, office supplies. So they mentioned all the assets, expenses, accounts payable, miscellaneous expense, revenue, everything they have given to us. So I have calculated the income statement and also returned earnings and balance sheet. So I took all those details into the Excel sheet. This is one of the easiest way that I always do the calculation. So first of all, I made a balance sheet for the Ernest Consulting for the December 31st. So out of for the assets, I have taken cash, accounts receivable, supplies, equipment, and land. The money is already given by the money is already given, which is $10,200 for cash and accounts receivable is 15,200 and so on. So what I did is I calculated the total amount of assets, which is sum of all this, that is from cell number E8 to E12, cash, accounts receivable, supplies, equipment, and land. I got around $93,250. And then I also, in a similar way, I calculated the liabilities. I don't see anything in the liabilities except the accounts payable, which is 8,740. So, and next comes equity. In order to calculate equity, I need to know the common stock and the retained earnings. So, common stock is 84,310, which is there in the question. But retained earnings, I do not know earlier. So, but in order to calculate retained earnings, I also need to do the income statement first. So from before calculating the total equity, I started doing another table which is for income statement for month end December 31st. So here I took the revenues first because revenues minus expenses gives us the net income. So revenues, under revenues I have got consulting revenue, which is $15,200, and under expenses I have rent, I have salaries, I have telephone expense and miscellaneous expenses. So I have added all this expenses, and the sum of all these expenses is around $12,660. And now comes the net income. Net income is I just minus total revenues minus the total expense, which is $2,540. I got it. So I also made the retained earnings. Retained earnings in the beginning of the month is zero, and I added the net income, which is $2,540, and I divided the dividends. The dividend is already given. Cash dividend is 2,340 in the question itself. So when I divided the dividends minus the dividends from the net income, I got around the retained earnings is 200. So now the equity common stock, which is given in the question, $84,310, and I added retained earnings, which I have got just now when I have made the statement for retained earnings, which is $200. So that give me a total of total equity, which is $84,510. So the total liabilities and equity is equal to, total liabilities is around $8,740 and the equity is around $84,510. That comes to $93,250. So the balance sheet is accurate because our total assets is exactly matching with the total liabilities and equities. So that's it. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, do let me know.